According to analysts, Brazil is the fastest growing emerging economy in the world. It ranks the highest among South American nations and has acquired a strong position in the global marketplace. With this expansion over the last decade, one of the country's most recognized achievements is the more than 20 million citizens who have risen out of poverty. We sent our correspondent Michelle Begay to Sao Paulo to find out what makes up this new middle class and what's behind their arrival.
Francesca Lima da Silva is a 34-year-old mother of 3 who lives in a town outside of Sao Paulo with her husband and children. Her home started off as a one-bedroom with a humble kitchen and bathroom.
We always slept in this living room, all of us together. Everything was there because about us was just a sailing. There was nothing built.
In only 4 years, Francesca has been able to make a down payment and installments on a car and has expanded her home to include 3 more bedrooms upstairs. She is building little by little with the money she earns as a seamstress at a uniform factory. Francesca represents a large part of the population in Brazil that is rising out of poverty. Between 2003 and 2009, 29 million people became part of the middle class that is now half of the Brazilian population. Although inequality in Brazil remains among the top 10 in the world, analysts explain that the biggest achievement in Brazil has been the continual and large reduction in this gap for the last 10 years.
What's happening in Brazil is very different from other BRICS in the sense that what is booming in Brazil is the bottom of the income distribution, in the sense unskilled labor who are getting the big income increases, not the skilled labor. It's very hard, for example, civil construction or domestic servants, people who are in the northeast, which is the poorest area in Brazil. First time you see Afro-Brazilians getting much higher income growth than whites.
Analysts attribute various causes to this growth. One of them is the federal assistance program called Bolsa Família, which helps lower-income families. Another major factor is formal job creation, which doubled after 2004. In the first 8 months of 2010 alone, 1.9 million jobs were created.
Growth of the middle class in BRIC countries is led by China and India. Some believe these rising incomes will have a greater impact on global demands. However, analysts insist Brazil's middle class will be a strong contributor to the rise of the BRIC economies as education and purchasing power grows. It is estimated by Goldman Sachs that just in the next 20 years, the world GDP will be dominated by Brazil, China, India, Russia, and the United States, with the middle income, rather than by rich nations, as we see today. Michelle Begay, CCTV, Sao Paulo, Brazil.